Good afternoon everyone, I'm going to show you how to make a delicious brioche today. So I'm just going to describe the ingredients. What you need is 4 free-range eggs, 12 grams of dry yeast, or if you use fresh yeast you can use 8 grams. You need 240 grams of butter, 500 grams of flour, a pinch of salt, 100 grams of caster sugar, 100 ml of thickened cream and 50 ml of milk, and a hand mixer, an electric mixer. So I've put the flour and the sugar in the salt and the sugar in the flour. I'm just going to mix it a little bit because we don't want the yeast to be in direct contact with either the sugar or the salt. So that should be enough. So next we put all the ingredients except the butter in the flour. So the eggs go in, the cream and the milk, the yeast. No, I'm not putting the pearl sugar in there, obviously it's just to go on top when we bake it. For this recipe, this video, I'm going to do it in 2 parts just because with the brioche you need to leave it proof for 2 hours. So I haven't quite figured out how to pause the video on my phone. I don't think you can. So, yeah, I'll do it in 2 parts. So we're gonna mix this. So do like about just a couple of minutes on medium speed. There's quite a few recipes you can do with this brioche. So you can do like a braided brioche, or you can do like individual brioche. And you just increase the speed. So we want to mix it and give the dough good strength to work out the gluten in the flour. And then we'll gradually incorporate the butter and mix it for a few more minutes. While this is mixing, I'm just going to show you the mold that I'll be using. I'm going to use this mold. Normally you use like a rectangle mold, but I'm going to just do it a different way. And then to proof it, I'm going to put some boiling water in a bowl on the bottom of the oven. And then I'll put the brioche on top of that, on a tray on top of that, and then close the oven and leave it cool for 2 hours. when we put it in the oven to raise or to cook, we're gonna brush it with egg wash first. Just one egg yolk and a little bit of milk. Then let it rise. And just before we bake it, we preheat the oven at 180 degrees. Brush it again. Sprinkle the top with pearl sugar, and you bake it for, depending on the oven, really, it's about 25 minutes. So I'm just gonna put the camera down. So let's have a look. So it's nearly there, it's not too far really. Just gonna just give the side a good scrape. Just make sure everything is incorporated in the dough. We'll mix it a bit more. And that brioche dough keeps, if you wrap it properly, or if you keep it in net a container, it keeps for like maybe 2 days, 2-3 days. But then after that, if you want, you can use it for to make like French toast, or like a bread and butter pudding, for example. I reckon 1 more minute and should be nearly there. Looks like my little apprentice has decided to come back. What do you think, Philippe? Do you like brioche? Yeah? Yeah. You think? Hey? You told me to stop, but it's not ready yet. We put the butter in? Yeah, thank you. Now you can start adding the butter when it's like this. Yeah, just a little bit. Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, now we'll let it mix. Yeah, I think a little bit more. That's right. Not too much. Yeah, you can add a bit more, Philippe. Voilà. Yeah. Okay, don't jump on the table. Just come down. There. You wanna add a bit more butter, Philippe, please? Okay. Yeah, a little bit more. That's it. Yeah. So not yet, we need to finish adding the butter first. Yeah. Need no more butter? Thank you. Perfect. Now, just to mix for a little bit more. Yeah, hang on. Touch your fingers. You don't touch. Now, can you hold the camera for Papa?
Can I check?
Well, let's check. Let's check together.
Oh, stop pushing.
There's no pushing. Being told off, hey guys.
Yeah.
Look at that, looks nice.
So sticky.
It is sticky, but that's the way brioche dough should be. See, it's nice and silky. But still,
I don't think it has to be like
but not sticky, see? So that should be, the dough should be elastic. Gonna mix it for a little bit more. Oh no, we don't need that anymore. All right, so let me have a look. Yeah,
Oh,
look at that.
look at it now.
Pretty good, huh? So let's push it down.
Does it have to be like this?
Yeah, but don't eat all of it. Otherwise, there won't be enough left for the recipe, monkey. So let's have a look. We can scrape it all off. And then I'm just gonna let it proof for 30 minutes at room temperature. And then flatten it, push all the air bubbles out of the dough to make it stronger. And then put it in the fridge for 2 hours to let it proof. And then we'll return for part 2 of the brioche dough recipe. So let's scrape it off.
Can you put it in here?
Oh no, we'll use that later, Philip.
Yeah.
That's when we're gonna bake it. Okay? So let's have a look. Hang on.
Oh, stop pushing.
There is no pushing here.
Mister, you just push me and out.
Now I'll show you. Look, I'll show you. Yeah. Alright.
Stop!
It's hard to listen, isn't it? So Yeah, you can help me. Look. Look at that.
Wow.
No, hang on. I'm not finished yet.
No.
Alright, so
Sticky.
what I mean is just hang on. Yeah. And see, look what Papa does. Look what Papa does. Like this.
This.
So you just hang on, I show. You just fold it on yourself really until you kind of got like a bowl.
Eating it.
I know you're eating, there won't be any left. It's quite soft. So what I'm just gonna put some Glad wrap over the top, but loosely, not too tight, so it's got room to proof. And I'm gonna let it proof for 30 minutes. Knock it back. So to knock it back, you really like just punch it, really spread it just to get all the bubbles up. Not yet. We're not punching yet. And then we put it back in the bowl, or you can use the mixing bowl. That's fine. Wrap it in the fridge for 2 hours, and then I'll show you what to do on the part 2 of that recipe. All right. We'll see you soon.